it's me, JC, back with another Ceramic Art live stream. I think we're going to be working on these. I can't remember how far we got. We have these little, yeah, we have like one more to work on. These are, I'm gonna mostly like call them like little air plant holders. Like, they can just like sit like that and hold your air plant. But this is also like a really great size for, I think, like ring dishes. I don't know if you could fit a bracelet in here. Maybe like earrings. I do want to make like a specific earring holder, like those ones that kind of like, they're like a wall and they stand up on their own. And then you can, like the kind of earrings that have like a backing, you can like put them on there. And it kind of holds them. I think that is really cool. I don't know when we're gonna do that. I don't know, I guess. I don't want to say that's gonna be the next project because I feel like I need to make other things. Like for the shop and stuff. I'm kind of thinking maybe we should have some things in the shop. So like particularly right now, I'm selling on both Etsy and Michael's new website, Makerplace. And you know, I've just like thought about it today. I wonder if like maybe my shop doesn't do as well because a lot of the things that I'm doing, I'm making, they're generally usually unique items, and a lot of the time I don't have more than one, right? Like the watermelon dish, I only have one of those. Like pancake with syrup, I only have one of those. And then the one pancake with blueberries, only one of those. So like I have a lot of one-off items, and I'm kind of wondering if I'm having some issues, at least in like how Etsy is able to kind of like, what is it called? Like a listing rank or something. It kind of like ranks your listing after a certain amount of time. And I don't know, I just feel like I haven't been doing as well on Etsy as I have in the past. I think that was due to like a different thing. Like I had closed my shop for a few months, and then I don't know, it just kind of went downhill like really like since that point. But I think that would be really helpful actually if I made more I don't know, it's kind of weird to say like duplicates, but like offering, you know, more than one, because like that should help me too in terms of in terms of just kind of like, okay, so right now the majority of my items are one-offs. There are a few that aren't. But the majority, like, I don't know, like 95 or more percent are like one-offs. So because they're all like one-offs, it is kind of hard to tell like if one's a good seller, right? Because I only have like one. Like you can probably, you know, like you could sort of get information on like, oh, like I just launched this shop update, and this thing sold out really quickly. Like this one sold. Whereas like these other ones had been sitting around for like months and they haven't sold. Like you can get some information from that, but there's not a lot there, right? As opposed to like the same design, and you have like what like 20 of that same design of like, and then like a lot of the listings have 20 of each. And then if one of them sells out, as opposed to the other ones maybe selling one or two or whatever. Like you can see like which one is like the best seller, which I can't do at this point. So I think I need to like focus in and like make some more pieces that are the same. I don't know. I just feel like I need to be like go, go, go. And be like coming up with new things, different things for like Instagram and, you know, because like if I only made the same thing, either I'm only posting like that one thing and it just, you know, it would just kind of look like I keep posting about the same thing over and over, even if it was like, you know, physically different items. Or I would not be posting like as often as I am right now. So there's like that, you know, thing to like kind of consider. I think like right now I'm actually posting every day, which I don't know if it's really done anything, but I feel like it's helping. I post either like an in progress photo, maybe it only, you know, the dish only has underglaze on it right now. And I think it's kind of cool because like you could see it before and after. I know in the moment maybe it's not so exciting because it's like, you know, everybody wants to see the finished piece, right? Like when I'm on Instagram, I'm like if I'm watching an in progress video, like I want it to see what it looks like when it's done. I hate it when they make you watch the whole video and then they're like, okay, come back next week or whenever to see the finished result. I hate that. But I mean, like I kind of get it, like, though, right? Like in that case, you can make 2 videos instead of 1. Like you can do video 1 where it's like before, video after, like, oh hey, remember this thing we made? Here it is, and it's done now, right? Like you can get more content out of that though. I get both ways. This one's like pretty much done. I think it seems to be drying fairly evenly. I'm just gonna let that one sit. Yeah, we can just like let these sit over here. Because these legs are thicker than the walls, this isn't something I would just want to like sit out. I would want to at least partially cover it while it dries, like when we're off stream and whatever. Let me see. This is the one that we worked on the most yesterday, so it's still pretty damp. I think we have some very uneven like parts like around the bottoms there that I kind of want to smooth out. And then yeah, we'll make this one, finish this one, and then I don't know. I don't know what we should do after this. Maybe just like keep making more. Like, I mean, this is exactly what I was talking about, except normally, like my instinct normally, if these were like all done and they were bisqued, I would glaze them differently. But maybe I should like glaze them all the same to go with the fact that I have already said that we should do more of the same things. I think I'm going to add like a tiny bit of clay in here. Anyway, yeah, I think we can go with like I mean, I don't want to be like doing like all of the same designs that we've already done on some of the things, but it's something I should really consider as we're kind of like going forward, especially with pieces that have already sold. So, let me see. I don't know if I can, like, specifically, I think it would be really easy to do, some of those designs that are just like a round dish, like the pancake dish, right? It's just round and I just underglazed it like a pancake. So those ones would be, really easy to replicate. Again, I mean, I don't know how well that one's gonna sell. It hasn't sold yet. Also, I need to change the like background color. I don't feel like it's quite right. But things like the cowboy boots, maybe. Although I've only sold one, and that was to like my coworker. Yeah, one of the bunny dishes, I've only sold one of those, but that was to my partner. Have I sold any other underglaze things? There was my orange dish. I put that up for sale. That one took a little bit. It took a little bit to sell. It had been up for I don't know how long. Like a couple months or something. Wait, just I have to sneeze. Okay, maybe don't have. I don't know. I'm on the verge of sneezing, but I'm not really sure where where it's at. It's not coming. What else? I don't know if I sold any other like the underglaze pieces yet. I don't know. These little air plant holders, I made 2 earlier in one of the live streams, and they've both sold. The glazes, I actually used 2 different glaze combinations on them, and they basically turned out very similar, like very similar. Sometimes I have trouble like when I was looking at the photos, like differentiating which was which. So I feel like either one is going to be fine for the rest of these. I think it's a really good color too to go with like the air plants. Like when I'm thinking about making planters, like anything like for plants, like I mean it's probably gonna be planter, maybe it's like an air plant holder. What else? Vases. I'm always trying to think about like, you know, like what color is going to go good, like go really well with that green, or if they're flowers, like I don't know. I feel like a green vase is weird, you know, because then I don't know. Or I don't know. I mean, like specifically like planters, you know, like a green planter also seems a little weird, maybe. Although I wouldn't mind like a chartreuse. I am like on the chartreuse bandwagon. I really like it. That kind of like very yellow green, very like bright color. I really like that. It's nice. But otherwise, it's something I want to like consider when choosing glazes. Okay, I kind of want to like smooth out like the rim of this, like the side of it. It's kind of like bumping out a little bit in a weird way. What else? Yeah, well, today is Friday, and our shop has been updated. Definitely go check it out. I no longer sell on my personal website, but you can find me on either Etsy or Michael's new website, Makerplace. you can just go to, it's linktr.ee / calieandco. I think it's a / I'm so bad at like the slashes. It's the one that looks like this. That's also in my profile and the description when this is posted on YouTube. Okay, I think this one's looking good. I'll just kind of put it over here. I feel like this is too cup-like. I think I'm going to trim the rim of it. I just feel like it's too much like a cup. I don't really like that. I kind of want it to be a lot more like this one where it's easy to see the plant. I don't know if we should trim the other ones. But yeah, shop has been updated. Yeah, if you want to hear about these kinds of things like sooner, you can check out my email list. Also, that is at the same link. It's my link tree, so it has like the links to all the places. You know, it has my shops, it has my Instagram, YouTube, Twitch links, my email list link. Like, it has all the things to make it easy for everybody. But yeah, if you want to check out my newsletter, or I mean, I guess it's a newsletter, but it's not like, I do not email once a month. It's mostly if I have a shop update or something else has changed. Like when I started my Twitch channel, I sent out like a email that was like, hey, I am on Twitch. Do you want to check out my channel? Like, just, you know, like pretty big updates. I really do not. Sometimes I forget to email. I'm pretty bad at emailing, so don't worry about, I know, I hate getting emails, you know, like when certain, like, whatever, like, a company or whatever, like, emails you way too often about every single little thing that they're doing, you know, I hate that too. So it's really only, like, need to know stuff, so you guys know that. Yeah, I think this is like okay. I mean, it's a little too dry to just kind of like flatten the wall more, so I think we're going to go with this, and then I think I kind of need to carve out maybe a little bit more. Let me see. I think I kind of want to move my camera. Yeah, like this maybe. Yeah, so that is my, like, newsletter. Is it even a newsletter if it doesn't even come out, like, every month? I guess I feel like it is. Or whatever. I have no idea. I wonder if I can check. I wonder if it has stats on, like, if anybody on my newsletter is in Portland. I feel like it probably would not, but I'm not sure if I should send out like a little notification to the people that I'm gonna be doing like the Saturday market pretty soon. Not this weekend, but I'm going to be doing some markets. I have no idea if any locals follow me. I did do a few markets like last summer and stuff, so I guess that's possible, but I don't know. But yeah, just like really big changes, things that I feel like people would want to know about, you know, that kind of stuff. it really is a hassle for me to like make the emails. So like, you know, you're only getting one if it's pretty big. At least at this point. Maybe if I was like, if I was like really big and like paid someone to make me emails, maybe that would be slightly different. I don't know. I guess there would probably be more going on at that point though too. Okay, I shouldn't be trimming this right over this because this is kind of like my workspace. Okay, let me just like raise this a bit so I can trim into my, look at this cute little bucket I have. I love tiny cute things, and you best believe that this was a like sandbox beach bucket that I found at Kohl's. You best believe I bought it and had no plans of what I was going to do with it. But it's actually perfect for me to just like use on my table here. I have a larger bucket for my reclaim, but it's a lot bigger than this and takes up so much space. Also, it's very heavy with all the clay that's in it. But this thing's perfect. I love it. Anyway, what else? I feel like I was gonna say something when I was saying something about the email list. A lot of like my main channel for updating people is definitely Instagram. I'm always putting like changes and stuff into my stories. Stories are like number one, and then I'll make like a post maybe a few days later, depending on like what it's about. Yeah, shop updates are always going to be in the stories. I do always make a quick post, like a post right away for, you know, if there is a shop update, what's going to be in the shop update. So Instagram is definitely, you know, check me out there if you really want to, you know, see what is going on. I have a Facebook page, but I don't use it. I think my Instagram automatically posts there, but I guess if you're like a Facebook person, I don't think anybody uses Facebook anymore other than for like Facebook Marketplace. So I don't know. I'm not really like using it in an active way. Yeah. My Linktree also goes to my Pinterest page if you want to check that out. I feel like I need to put more work into the Pinterest page and kind of like retool it to be more aligned with my business. I used to make a variety of things, so I have a variety of boards up there for different kind of like inspiration and stuff, but I feel like I need to kind of like revisit it and like put a decent amount of like time into kind of like changing it up and making sure like it is relevant, although that's really not like, I can't imagine people really would follow me on on Pinterest. Do people do that? Do people follow other brands? Maybe it is like a really big brand. But I would like to prioritize like the YouTube and the Twitch a bit more than putting things on putting things on Pinterest though. I also have like a little blog if you want to check that out. That's on the Linktree as well. The blog just it's kind of like a resource center for artists. I have some really cool, I mean, I hope other people think it's cool. Like the homepage, it's really for like any kind of artist. Because that was kind of like my thing, was working in a bunch of different media previously. So it's kind of for people that, I don't know, just kind of like are a beginner, like kind of in the art world. That's what I would say. So the homepage has all these different, like, kind of like art media, and then you can like click into those and it takes you to a page of like all this kind of like inspiration for that type of media. So and also as a description, like all the people that, like, people have asked me like, what's the difference between drawing and illustration? If you go to my blog, it'll tell you the difference. And it'll have like examples of like actual artists and stuff, and like I think it's like a kind of a cool like little place for like some inspiration if you were like you can, I don't know, like someone that doesn't really know like where to start with like with like art stuff, and like finding inspiration. Yeah, like I feel like you can get inspiration, like I feel like a true artist will get inspiration from like anywhere, even if it's not like in their medium. Like something, it's a little bit like overwhelming for me to seriously consider right now, but I think it'd be so cute to make like a quilt design on like a mug. Like inspiration from sewing is coming in, right? Like that's not really something that I feel like a lot of like ceramic people do, is like make you know, like try to imitate like sewing patterns on their designs, you know. Like you can get inspiration from anywhere, and that's why I feel like the inspiration aspect of like all this different kind of like media would be really great for people. And if you don't really have like an art background, I feel like it would be particularly useful. Like I was extremely lost when I was in high school. Like I don't know, I was just like the art kid, but at the same time, like we didn't have any art classes, except for like in elementary school we had art classes, but otherwise I didn't have any. Like I didn't have any in high school or anything. I really wanted to do, like I would kind of like try to do painting, like just on my own with no classes or instructions at all. Also, this is before, like, okay, I'm not gonna say it's before YouTube, but it's like, I didn't have access to watching very much like YouTube when I was a kid, because we didn't have the internet like bandwidth to do that. I mean, now it's like completely different. You can watch, you know, most people like have access to the internet. Anyway, but like this website is like what I would have wanted to be able to like stumble upon when I was, you know, when I was in high school or middle school. It just kind of like introduces you to like a lot of the popular kind of like art media. I know that there are, I mean, millions of things that you could put on this website, but I feel like it touches on like a lot of the very popular ones, at least here in the US. Probably even more if you're from another country. But I don't know about that. But yeah, we have like we've got all the major things: painting, illustration, ceramics, I even have like a section on there for like installation art, because it's so different. Like, it could be, installation art could be made out of anything, but it really is its own kind of thing, right? Like, it has its own like different purpose and all of that. I don't know. I have a bunch of stuff on there. I even have like jewelry. I think I have one for polymer clay even. It's been a hot minute since I've actually been there. But yeah, and then you can like see like, in a way it looks kind of like Pinterest. Like, you have like just tons of photos that you can scroll through in each section. And then if you click on it, it actually will like, you can see like what artist made it, and then like a link to where that photo came from. So probably I found it on Instagram, so it goes to their Instagram page for that piece. So like, not only can you like find inspiration, but you can also find some really cool artists to follow. Just like the whole shebang. Let me see. I kind of feel like the legs on this are long, but actually it doesn't really look that bad now when I like set it down. Yeah. The blog, it also has a few other things too. Just, like blog articles that I've written. It's a bit easier for me to write a blog article than it is to make a YouTube video. So that's where I get like some of the content for my YouTube videos. Because it's kind of like I already have like all the information there. I just need to kind of like do like filming, or kind of like rewrite it as a script or something. But yeah, there's like quite a few things on there, and they're just kind of like a lot of things for like a variety of artists. I have a few like articles on like let me think. It really has been a hot minute since I've been there. Like the difference between CMYK and RGB for all of my digital aspiring artists. I'm pretty sure I have that as a video. The difference between vector and raster. I think I might have one on like shipping and like packaging. I also have a YouTube video for that. I have one about I think it kind of like goes, I think it sort of kind of goes over my like art journey, and the way that I kind of like got to ceramics, because I think it's kind of like titled like how to find your passion in art, because like I don't know how to say this without completely being a narcissist. So I'll just say it. I don't know. Maybe I am a narcissist. I don't know. But like, I was always like, any like art media that I've picked up, like the majority of the time, like I feel like, well, I wouldn't say like I was like really good at it, but a lot of the media that I picked up, like I didn't really like struggle as much as other people when they first like try to make something in like a new like art form. Like I feel like I don't like struggle as much. I don't know, maybe that's just like from going to college and like having like an art background. I don't know. And like, I don't know, like, I feel like my ability is probably more closer to like mediocre, maybe. Maybe slightly above that though. I don't know. It's like somewhere around there. And that was just like how I felt about like a lot of the art that I was making. And like nothing really stood out to me. And I really kind of like, I didn't really know what to do with that, you know? Like I all kind of liked a lot of things like fairly equally. And it made me, it was really hard for me to like figure out like kind of like what career I should really do. I really just fell into graphic design because someone said that they thought I would be really good at it. And that's literally the reason I went to college for it, which is kind of a dumb reason, really. But I really had no idea, right? Like when I was in high school, I didn't have any art classes. I had never, I tried to do painting on my own with literally no instruction, no YouTube videos, really nothing at all. And I was like, no, I can't do this. I'm not good at this. I can't just do this. And I was like, I don't know. Sure, I guess. And I could picture like actually getting a job as a designer was like, if you're a painter, like what do you do when you graduate college? You don't just go and apply for this job at this company and you have this desk job where you're getting paid a salary. Like, that's not what it looks like. So it was really hard for me to picture a lot of like what that would look like for any art except graphic design, because like that is what you do as a designer. You have a day job, you have a salary, you know you're gonna get paid every 2 months, 1 month. You don't have to be like scouting for work, for clients, for I'm just gonna keep making more of these and we'll just see how far we get. But yeah, you don't have to be hustling. You don't have to be hustling to like just get work. And I just feel like that felt good to me and also my parents. Okay, let me just grab some clay. I have a bag off to the side. Let's just like pinch this extremely roughly and just kind of see how much clay we need. I think I'm gonna keep that one for the legs. So yeah, and like a lot of media, I was just like the painting, I did start taking like painting classes in college and I really liked it. I ended up taking, like 3 out of the 4, I think that's how much it is, like classes that you needed for like a painting major. I took 3 out of the 4 classes, I think. Or at least like I was like really close to basically being a painting major. So like even that I kind of like overcame being really bad at it with some like, I don't know, just like foundations and all of that, color theory, whatever. And I don't know, like I had to take classes in other things too. Like photography, which I did okay in photography, but I don't like photography. That's like one of the few that I don't like. Or like 3D. It's called like computer art. Yeah, it was like 3D stuff. Like 3D modeling, but then also like maybe animating it. That's one of the few that I don't like. Okay, I think this is like a good amount. So let me just kind of like roll this up and just because this is like such a mishmash, I do want to wedge this one, I think. But yeah, let me grab some more that are like this size though. But yeah, like a lot of the things that I did, like you know, like I did fairly well in my illustration class. I did fairly well in like photography, even though I really didn't like it that much. What else did I take? Oh, like printmaking. I really liked printmaking a lot. And I don't know, there are just like a lot of things that I was like, I all like equally liked most of them and was about equally as good at all of them, kind of. I do kind of feel like I excelled maybe a bit more in like graphic design than the other ones. How many should we make? We've got 5, 6, 7, 8. Should we just do 10? Probably. But yeah, like, I don't know, like none of them like quite stood out like a ton. I mean, I really did have like a slight, you know, it was slightly different for like painting and design. I did really like both of those. And as a designer, like I could picture myself like incorporating like digital paintings into my work. Because graphic design is so flexible. That's why I felt like it was like a good choice to go with, because 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, actually we need one more. Because graphic design is so flexible. If you want to incorporate illustration into it, you can. If you want to incorporate painting, you can. Or drawing. You know, so it just kind of like, I just felt like whatever I wanted to do, like that was a good like jumping off point. Let me see, maybe like a little bit more. Okay. Yeah, now I kind of want to wedge these too, just to kind of make sure that we get those air bubbles out, because I feel like there's a lot of air bubbles. Let me just kind of like wipe this down kind of and get some of these little crummy bits out of here. But yeah, like I just didn't know what to do. Cause like, I mean, like, I don't know, I feel like the reason I stuck with graphic design is kind of like dumb. And the reason I majored in it definitely was pretty dumb. I can't imagine like if I had a kid and they told me that's why they're going to go into a major, that I would be okay with it. You know? But I feel I'm pretty fine with how that turned out. Luckily, I do really like design, but I don't know, I kind of have like maybe a bit more passion for ceramics, and it wasn't until I graduated college, I got a job as a graphic designer at a university. That was why I was living in Nebraska. But because they really didn't have very many perks. One of the like major perks that they had was that you could take classes tuition free. And because I already took like the majority of classes already, you know, like I already took painting, already did illustration, like I already took like all of those like intro classes and stuff. I was like, well, what's left? And what was left was ceramics. And like I don't know, like I never thought that I like my friends like said like, oh, you should try a ceramics class. And like, I don't know, my first thought was like, I wouldn't have any ideas. That was like one of my main things was like, I don't even know what I would make. Which is like, completely like the opposite situation. I have way too many ideas that I can't even keep up with the amount of ideas I have, like compared to, you know, the ratio of ideas versus like what I've actually finished. Like I have like way too many things. It's so ironic. So yeah, that's how I got into doing ceramics. And I don't know, I feel like going back to like talking about like my blog and stuff, I feel like it would be a different situation today, because, you know, people have access to tons of tutorials on YouTube. People can take classes on, you know, things like Skillshare or Udemy or Domestika, like, I don't know, whatever. There are lots of places like that, but I don't know. I don't know if those were around back then, like when I was in high school or middle school. Like, I don't think they were. But like, I feel like if you could see the potential in each medium, which I really try to get a variety of artists and a variety of work shown on my blog, like the people that are really thinking outside the box. So you have like lots of like classic examples, like, oh, like look at these very simple things. Like if we're gonna say ceramics, you know, classic is going to be mugs, dinner plates, vases. But then I don't know, maybe like really weird things, like somebody that has an installation piece that is ceramic, or maybe it's like sculpture, or I don't know. like what is like the most normal, but then what is like the most crazy out there thing. Like I really try to get like a variety of work like on the blog to show you like what those possibilities are. Like, and I don't want to like discourage people either. Like I think when people think about drawing and illustration, people are like, well, I can only do like a stick drawing, so I couldn't do art. But like that is like the number one thing people will say. But it's like, okay, well, you don't need to draw to be an artist unless like you had that thought but you also wanted to be an illustrator. Like that, I mean, that doesn't really make sense. But like, you don't need to be able to draw to do ceramics. You don't need to draw to do photography or video. Like it's not relevant. I mean, it's good for sketching, you know, if you can get your ideas out on the paper, but that's just like a bonus, really, you know. And there are a lot of artists that have done really well for themselves, and like they're not drawing like photorealistically. Like they do very simple drawings. For one, Adam J. Kurtz. Well, he's a graphic designer by trade, but he utilizes a lot of extremely simple line drawings like into his work. And it's like he's a successful artist, and he, you know, he's not doing some photorealistic drawings. Like really simple things can still work. And that could go for like a lot of artists. He's just one that comes up to the top of my mind. But you know, like I would really love it if like somebody that is, I mean, I guess if you're like later in your art journey, that's cool too, but I feel like particularly for people that are like early in their art career, to like see my blog and be like inspired, be like, oh wow, like I wouldn't even thought that you could do that kind of thing, right? Like if you're looking at ceramics, like if you're not like deep into the like ceramic world, you would probably only be familiar with like glazed pieces, right? But like, like traditional glazed pieces. Like, I think a lot of people don't know about raku. Like, raku looks extremely differently from the traditional ceramics that you'll see like at the store. Like something like that. Or like, what about underglaze? Like, I don't think the general public knows, would think of that when they think of ceramics. Like, there are so many different things, like, once you kind of like get into the world of it, like, like if you had like an illustration background, you could also like incorporate that into your ceramics if you're kind of, I don't know, changing your trajectory for some reason. Or like it's actually like somewhat popular to do like kind of, what is it? It's like underglaze, but it's like screen printed onto ceramics. Like, who knew? Like, do normal people know this? Like, people that are like not particularly making ceramics, like, I don't think that would come to mind when they just picture this kind of stuff. So that's what I hope my blog does, is just kind of like, like, you're not in that like that world, if you're not in the ceramics world, here are the things that all these different artists are making. Here are the possibilities. Not only are these like really crazy things, like, really professional polished pieces, but also pieces that show like, for example, ceramics can either be like perfect, like perfectly symmetrical, perfectly, maybe have like a perfect geometric design. Like, it can have that, but it can also be like, look like this thing. Sometimes they just literally look like a rock. Like, it has cracks. It is like, beat to heck or whatever. Like, if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. Like, ceramics have like such a variety of like ways that people look at it and like respect that kind of work. Like, I don't even know like what you can like call that kind of like ceramic thing, but it's definitely a thing where like, I don't know, it just looks like a rock or something. Like, it I don't know, it has like cracks and it has like crevices and whatever, and all these, I don't know, it's just like, some of them can look like amateur work, but it's actually professional, which is like very interesting, I think, and is not seen in a lot of art media. I suppose like painters, you could get that with painting. I don't want to like bash on painters, but I want to give you an example. Like, if you look at like Basquiat's like art, it's very like, I would say like raw. Like, that's what it looks like. He just like took, I don't know, I think he used like paintbrushes, or I don't know like a ton about him, but like, and just like, slap that stuff on the canvas. It's very quick, it's very raw, it's just like, it just looks like pure motion, and it can look like amateur work, if you don't like have the eye for that kind of thing, and the eye for like why it is like good art, if you know what I mean. I feel like I'm really butchering what I'm trying to get across. But I think that like, that's not something you can always do in a lot of art media. Like, it's pretty frowned upon to make amateur looking work in like graphic design. Like, it's called like anti-design, but it's pretty frowned upon, I feel like, by most people. So I think that's something that's really unique about ceramics, and can make it a good reason like why it could be like, I don't know, maybe a little bit easier of a field to get into than some of the other ones, because like maybe that's just your thing. Like maybe you hate the look of like pieces that are perfect and polished. You know, and then you can like just, you could literally just take like clay and like throw it around and like be done with it, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, that's kind of like, that's like my blog. It's called Studio Style. I can't imagine if you Googled it, it would come up. So you have to visit my link tree in my profile or description if you want to like check it out. What else I have? Oh, I should have mentioned this earlier, but I also, it's there's like another tab for it for the books and the websites that I recommend. I think that's probably like the most important thing that I'm saying right now about my blog. I want all of you guys to check it out because resources are just amazing. And I have a variety of resources on there for all kinds of artists. So either that's like, I have a few books on there. I don't think I have very many. I think it was like the ones I've actually read off my bookshelf, which is not a lot. But the websites I think are really great. So definitely check that out on my blog. At the moment, I can't quite remember what is on there. If I had to guess, I think I have things on there like if you were a beginner graphic designer, like it's gonna have a link to Dribble, and like the things that like the go-to things to know about. I have the printers that I've used, like where have I gotten stickers printed? Well, you can go to moo.com or Sticker Mule. I have like other things like, I think I might have the places I do like print on demand. I've done print on demand for both t-shirts, but also just kind of like a variety of items. So, you know, the ones that I've personally used were Squarespace and Threadless. But I do know Redbubble is there too. I think I have no idea. I think that's listed on there. What else would be there? I think places where I've gotten mock-ups. So that's really just for like designers, mock-ups, places where I get free fonts, maybe places where I pay for fonts. You can buy fonts too. Those are usually better than the free ones. And then I have like links to they're like, I don't know, like design blogs. I'm a graphic designer, so I know a lot more about things in the design world than I do of like anything else. But like blogs like Nice, or what was the other one? Design Inspiration is one of them. I think that's the name of it. Things like that. Maybe other things like, I think there's like something with like, you can throw a photo in and it like picks out the like color palette from it or something. I think that's something like that is on there. What else? I have no idea what else would be on there. It actually has been like so long since I've like looked at that part. I think I might have added Glazy to it. That's for all the ceramic people. I have literally no idea how to read the things on Glazy, but they have like, people like post glazes that they've like made, and I think they like post photos of them. I think that's like only part of it though. I think they have other things on there too that though, for a reason to go there. I have no idea how to read like all that information though. They have like all this, I don't know. I literally don't even know. Let me see. Oh, we got like 1 minute, so let me just kind of like clean up here. I think I might have links to like professional organizations. So for ceramics, that would be NCECA. Let me see if I can figure out what that stands for. National Educators of Ceramic Arts. Nope, I don't think that's it. I'm not even sure if I could spell it really, because I want to say it's NECA, but I don't think it is. Maybe it's NECCA? I'm not sure. But as for graphic designers, that would be AIGA. These are just kind of like, they have conferences yearly for things. It's just kind of like the national, association for like different media. I'm sure other people have them too for like, I don't know what the illustration one is called, but I know for sure there is one. I'm sure there's one for photographers, and all of that. Like, I don't know, just kind of like all kinds of info is on my blog. I'm sorry to give you like this whole like sale. I mean, it's not even a sales pitch because I'm not even selling anything. I don't know. I hope you guys check out my blog if you want. I feel like it's worth a look for all the resources on there and potential inspiration that you might get out of some of those things. I should update with some more some newer artists and stuff, but I feel like each section has a good chunk of things to review if you've never been there. And the resources I feel like are pretty good. If you really like don't have like a starting point in like doing art, yeah, I feel like it's good to check out. So you can find that on my link tree. So that is linktr.ee/calieandco. That's going to be on my Twitch profile and the link in description on YouTube. Also, again, the shop has been updated. So if you want to buy any of the things that I've shown in the last 2 kiln reveals, those are up and ready for purchase. If you guys want them. Or if you just want to check out my shop, whatever. I guess. I don't know why you do that. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. See the other things I made, I guess. Yeah. I think that's it. Well, today's Friday, so I won't be back until Monday. And then the stream for Thursday will be canceled. Just so you know. But yeah, well, for everybody watching on Twitch, be sure to follow along so you know when I jump on for streams or when I have to cancel one. I put a banner up on my profile when I remember to. All of the videos are uploaded to YouTube at calieandco. There we have a whole live stream playlist with over 100 and definitely over 165 videos. So if you want to check that out, be sure to. And if you're watching on YouTube, check out my Twitch maybe. The link is in the description. And be sure to subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. Yeah, well, that's my little spiel for today. I hope everybody has a great weekend. And I'll see you guys on Monday. All right, bye.